The American Girl's dolls came from a catalog that was shipped out to little girls through the mail throughout the United States. The catalog offered clothing, dolls, toys, and accessories of many kinds. In 1986, ladies by the name Kirsten Larson, Samantha Parkington, and Molly McIntyre decided to create a doll that would forever change the perspectives on how dolls would look in the late 80s to modern times. But as we keep improving with technology and fashion, the looks of how the dolls first originated still have not changed, just as the characters on whom they made the doll about. But as you keep moving forward from whom they first originated, the options on how you want your doll to look seems like you can really choose any type of kind of character you want. The options seem unlimited, and figuring out what you want your doll to look may be the hardest part in buying one of these things. The process into owning an American Girl doll still has not changed, other than we have the internet to order it instead of going through the mail. I am going to show the steps on how to go to the website and order a doll. First step is to go to AmericanGirls.com. Click on your website and you'll see the variety of dolls and genres of type of dolls you want. The historical dolls, the Just Like Me and Bitty Baby dolls, the Girl of the Year dolls, American Girls magazine, and American Girls books, and American Girls doll retail. These are options on what type of doll you want to choose or accessories they could have. As talking in the first paragraph, you can relate your doll to whatever you want. Once you've figured out how you want your doll to look, click the box on your next choice. These dolls are a little high price, and the cheapest one is ranging around $100. The more you add to your doll, the higher the price. As the pricing for these dolls were only $70 back in the 2000s, they keep on increasing as the more complex they become. And even today, as they start to not change on how even they order the dolls, and by having that shows that they won't change in some ways no matter what decade it is. Looking at their catalog and websites, they seem to use the quotes like, "Proud to be an American Girl," or "The American Girls Collection." This was made or quoted by AmericanGirls.com, and they used it to attract young American girls as their customers. The first dolls were Kea Facility, Josephina, Addie, Rebecca, Molly, Kit, and Julie. This is where the collection part comes in, and how they use the quote to attract their customers. These dolls are some historical characters that all girls wanted. It wasn't the Disney princesses, but something that could help with child education on an actual historical characters. In 1999, they finally decided to say goodbye to the mail process and start a website called AmericanGirls.com. Getting my doll back in 2005, I didn't have any internet, so we went through the mail. Looking back, I didn't know how long it would take. Once it did, though, come in, I would cherish this doll forever and never forget what it was like getting it. It took 2 months after Christmas to come through the mail. My grandmother bought it for me when I was the coolest kid on the block. My sister and I were the only girls to have this in Potomac. We pretty much started the trend of American Girls dolls where I grew up. I ended up making on what it looks just like me, with so many choices on what we wanted. I must admit, it was quite stressful. Still having this doll today, with it being in perfect condition, shows that they are high quality. The doll I own, I will never get rid of, and hopefully be able to pass it down to my own children someday, even though I don't like them, maybe a grandchild or something. Looking at the past, though, and the present, all of these dolls show me that they will never go away. Just the price and quantity of these dolls will keep rising as they keep getting in higher demand. And with having so much variety and choices of these dolls will always make the customers coming back and wanting more. My experience with this company is a memory that would never leave me. American Dolls wants to leave that impact on every customer that purchases one of these dolls. I hope that every person who wants to buy a doll will have the same exact impact it did for me when I got mine.